Thanks for asking that question. It's tough. Raphael, the angel, God sends to protect Toby. Uh, Matt Damon or Brad Pitt. Now I know that's aiming way high, and they've got these celebrity moats. You know, a talent agent digs a trench. That's their profession to keep people away from their clients. Uh, Me personally, no, it's not that bad. I have a PhD. I've taught 30 years at a not a major college, but a college, and yeah, I sent the script to uh, both their people. Uh, I think it's a no-brainer. Either one of them would do great. I mean, 1.5 billion people know the story of Tobit, and Protestant Christians aren't so familiar with Raphael. Catholic, uh, Orthodox Christians, and Jews are more familiar with Raphael. Uh, he is the angel who's associated with nature and guidance. And, in the Bible, people fear angels and they fall trembling uh, in Bible and the Quran and almost every, I think because they can take care of themselves. Uh, uh, I don't know, in I guess since the Renaissance, angels have been depicted as like Cupid with the wings and uh, some angels are even portrayed as infantile, but I'm not sure that's. There are other films that portray angels in a probably maybe a more, I don't know. It's hard to say realistic, but in a more biblical fashion. Anyway, those two guys can take care of themselves. They've been in enough action uh, films, and they're physically uh, strong. And if you were going to, Toby has to go to from Amsterdam to London to see a banker and bring back some money. You don't want to do that by yourself. His father is 80 and has gone blind, and they need the money from the bank. Tobit put some money away when he was young, and so who better to go and fetch it than his son? And Tobit prays to God for a uh, companion, someone who will go uh, with his son to collect the money. Uh, yeah, your viewers and the audience might not know the story. So let me. There's 7 Jewish weddings and 7 demonic murders. A good Jewish girl living in London is being preyed upon by a demon, Asmodeus, and he kills her new husband. She's married 7 times, and 7 times she's widowed, and the marriages are never consummated. So who can take care of this better than Raphael? I think if you read, it's only like 8 pages in most Bibles. It's a short story. Now my script is 98 pages, but basically I just took each verse of the story and wrote a scene, and it comes out to be it's an hour and a half movie, hour and 45 minutes maybe. Uh, I, I, I said once to these low-level manager, you send out 100 query letters, and the lowest on the Hollywood rung, they'll read it. But one guy scolded me. What are you sending this script to everybody for? Uh, and I said, why? He said, they'll steal it. Uh, uh, it's 3,000 years old. It's in the Bible. 1.5 billion people know this story. They're taught it from when they're little kids. They go to Sunday school and church, and uh, they know about the Jewish girl who's married 7 times, and a demon comes and kills her husband. Now, I think the nuns leave the part out about the wedding bed never being used and the marriages never being consummated, but they know. Even little kids. You learn this story when you're 8 years old. There was a Jewish lady in the Old Testament, and she gets married 7 times, and 7 times she's widowed. Yeah, little kids know about weddings. Little kids know about widows. If they don't, well, they'll ask a question. And so, who's going to take care of the demon? You know, in the story, the 3,000-year-old story. It's never seen the big screen. There was a silent film of Tobit 100 years ago in the 1920s, and it hasn't. People know the story from print, but they haven't seen it on film. So I think that's primarily why you need to make this. They need to make this film because 1.5 billion people. I think they're coming to expect it. I get 3 or 4 emails a day, and they're almost all encouraging. The only negative thing is people complain about Mel Gibson. Oh, you want Mel Gibson to play Tobit? No way. He can't play an 80-year-old Jewish man. Yeah, he can. It's like the Old Testament. Mel Gibson has made 2 great films, successful, money-making films, hundreds of millions of dollars from the New Testament. But fervent Catholics, Christians, obviously, they're aware of the Old Testament. They're aware of the story of Tobit. And so I don't see any problem with Mel Gibson doing it. I've heard him speak about the Old Testament, and there's nothing anti-Jewish or anything like that. I think Mel Gibson got drunk and silly. It's temporary insanity if you want, however you want to look at it. But he would be great as Tobit. And well, the question was about Raphael. I like Matt Damon. And I like Brad Pitt for the reasons that I just explained.